What's up, guys? How's it going? MikeTheTech here, and today we are taking a look at the Eyoyo BNC to HDMI and BNC adapter. I'll show you what I mean in just a moment. This is super useful for BNC based security systems or even virtual production or live production systems that make use of BNC cameras. So before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to Geeks Outfits. They sent me over this t-shirt. I know I'm always shouting them out, but if you haven't heard yet, you can find them in the description below and find all kinds of geek and techie apparel. So onto the video itself, let's go ahead and get this unboxed and see what it looks like. If you are a techie like me, you already know what this does, but essentially, here's the full HD 4K to HDMI converter. This converts AHD, TVI, CVI, and CVBS to HDMI. That's a lot of letters, but it does what it's supposed to in a very easy and simple way. Let me show you what it looks like. So this is the box itself. Has some mounting hardware here, so you can mount it under a table, on a wall, in your server closet, whatever you need to do. And I'll go over the ports and such with you shortly. We have a power adapter, so let's go ahead and put the US adapter on here. And there we go. This has a USB-A on it, which means, yep, we have a USB-A to C power cable. So we just plug this in here, and then this goes into the device itself to power it. Easy enough. You can power it with USB-C. This is a 5-volt 2-amp port at 10 watts. So as long as you plug it into something with at least that rating, you should be able to power this just fine. Moving on, they do also include a BNC extension cable. Let's go ahead and pull this out. So yeah, this is just a standard extension cable. We can test plugging one in here just like that, twist it on, and it's nice and secure. But if you're watching this, you probably already know how BNC cables work. I personally think BNC cables are super, super cool. I like the locking mechanism on them, and personally, if we still use coax and everything, I think this is a great connector type, but I digress. Let's go ahead and get rid of the box, and let's talk about this box. So on this side here, I'll go ahead and get some B-roll footage for you, but we have different lights for 720p, 1080p, 3 megapixels, 4, 5, and 8 megapixel quality levels. And you can switch between 75 and a high Z. We have an in and out. Why do we have both? That's because we want to go in with our camera and then out to the rest of our security system. If it has a hub, if it records somewhere, whatever it happens to be, we don't want this to be your endpoint and just watch it out of a monitor, obviously. We need actually recording and all that stuff. So this goes in so you can monitor whatever it's viewing, and then it goes out to the rest of your system. Very nice to include an output in there so that it's not the endpoint. That's super, super useful, or else it takes a lot more hardware. With the other side, we have HD link and power. We have, those are LEDs that specify when HD link and power are on. And we have HDMI out, as well as the 5-volt USB-C cable here. I'm not sure what that last one is. It's probably an LED, but I can't really tell. Maybe a remote sensor. But anyway, we can see it has a very open design. It has some vents on both sides so that air can get out. This likely will get pretty warm, so it's good to see that they've thought about that and added some airflow. And yeah, that's about all I can really say about this. It's obviously super, super useful for security systems that use BNC cables, for virtual production, for actual production. If you are working on a TV show, chances are a lot of those systems use BNC cables in one format or another. So this can be super useful if you just need a quick way to monitor. You can connect this to not only a full-size monitor or TV or recording system or something, but you can actually record it to those really small handheld monitors. So if you just need, for example, a camera operator to be able to see what his camera's seeing before it gets sent out to the rest of the production, you can use this to do that. So very, very useful technology, especially since it's powered over USB-C. It's not going to be stuck indoors. You can actually plug this into say a battery pack or something like that and connect it to someone's ventilated backpack and have their whole live rig set up running BNC to HDMI out here. It's pretty neat. So yeah, that's it for this one. Thank you so much to Eyoyo for sending this out, and thank you so much for watching. I'll put a link to this in the description below, and as always, hope you have a good one. Peace.
the games to interviews with a broader view. He keeps it fresh, always brings something new. It's MikeTheTech, 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 the architect, MikeTheTech, MikeTheTech, yeah, MikeTheTech, the architect.